I just actually did this with my undergrads. I had us look at this beautiful image of Christ in one of those very canonical images where he has the crown of thorns, he's got the red, whatever that thing is called, he's got the reed in his hand, and then and then I started putting it side by side, and it was from Peru, and then I started showing them the communities behind this. Let's see where this image comes from. And we started looking at all of the European representations of this and noticing the difference. And the difference was he was looking straight at us. He didn't have his head down. He wasn't looking up at God. He was just straight on. The amount of marks on his skin from being whipped was overwhelming and graphic. And the conversation with the students was, these people know what it is to be whipped, because it's an image from the colonial period. An indigenous artist who learned about this image was taught to do art through European art and then completely subverted it. And so I think that we have, just an entire world of extraordinary materials that can help us then to have these conversations about the differences, about what gets taken up, what gets wrestled with and rethought and refashioned, and then what's the new thing that's being said. So I just, I think it's exciting work because there's so much for us to be able to recover and to discover. And also the fact that we don't even know the name of the person that made this extraordinary work. And so the anonymity of this indigenous artist, all of this very disclosive, I think, Tirsa. And I think that's one of the ways to do this work.
I would just add a more specific example from my own musical work, which is I've been amazed at how attentiveness to particular cultural expressions centers different people in the creation and practice of the art. So deep in my Catholic tradition is a very dialogical way of praying, liturgical way of praying, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us. Saint Joseph, pray for us. So back and forth. It requires that rhythm of ritual. Absent in a lot of contemporary Catholic white Euro music is any sense of that dialogical nature of practice that centers on the people's participation. Then I turn to the son cubano. Like I said earlier, you can't do it without the people. It's music that emerged basically among the poor on street corners, with very limited resources. And so you see in its formation a different way of praying that I think can not just add Cuban music and God together and stir, but actually speak back into our tradition what has long been there and show us who we're centering in the performance of the art.